Hello everyone and welcome to 5-Minute German. Today's video is about possessive articles and possessive pronouns in German. This was highly requested by many of you and it is a very important topic in German A1. I will explain this concept in two parts. In this video, I will explain possessive articles and pronouns in nominative, and in the second part, I will explain the possessive pronouns and articles in accusative. So let's not waste any time and let's get started. So first of all, we will take a look at what are possessive articles. Then we will take a look at the different cases of possessive articles in nominative. And then I will tell you about possessive pronouns in nominative. And at the end, you will get a self-check form for practicing what you learn in this video. So are you ready? Then let's learn. So we start by understanding what is a possessive article. So a possessive article is used to show possession or belonging. And it is used in place of the definite or indefinite articles, which are der, die, das, or ein, eine, and ein. Let's understand this with some examples. So an example will be, this is my car. Another example, is this your bag? And that is our home. So in all of these examples, the words my, your, and our, these are possessive articles, as these articles show who these things belong to. Now let's take a look at the forms of possessive articles in German. So for the possessive articles in nominative, the form depends on the noun which comes after the article. Now if the noun after the article is masculine or neutral, then the form will be different, and if it is feminine or plural, then the form will be different. So for the first person singular case, which is ich, the form will be mein for masculine or neutral and meine for feminine or plural. And this means my in English. So an example sentence will be, das ist mein Ball. That is my ball. And we use mein over here because Ball is der Ball in German. So it is a masculine. Now if we have a feminine noun, for example, die Tasche, which means the bag, then we will say, das ist meine Tasche. That is my bag. So depending on the noun, we will either use mein or meine. Now moving along, for second person singular, the forms will be dein for masculine or neutral and deine for feminine or plural. And this means your in English. So an example will be, das ist dein Ball. That is your ball. And with Tasche, which is a feminine noun, it will be, das ist deine Tasche. That is your bag. Now in case of third person male, which is er, the form will be sein for masculine or neutral and seine for feminine or plural, and this means his. And the forms will be the same when we have third person neutral, which are sein or seine, and this can be translated to its in English. So for example, we can say, das ist sein Auto. That is his car. Now because Auto is das Auto, which is a neutral, that's why we use sein over here. Now let's take a third person neutral case. So in German, a child is das Kind, so it is neutral. And if the object is plural, then we can say, das sind seine Spielzeuge. Those are its toys. So in English, it would be his, but because in German it is a neutral, that's why we say its toys. And over here, Spielzeuge is die Spielzeuge. So it is a plural. That's why we use seine. Now if the third person is a female, then the forms will be ihr or ihre. So the same examples that we saw earlier for the third person female will be, das ist ihr Auto. That is her car. Or das sind ihre Spielzeuge. Those are her toys. So these are the different possessive articles in nominative for the singular case. Now let's take a look at the plural case. So the first person plural is wir. So the possessive article in masculine or neutral will be unser, and in feminine or plural will be unsere, which means our. An example will be, das ist unser Haus. That is our house. So we use unser because it is das Haus. With a feminine noun, it will be, das ist unsere Lampe. That is our lamp. For second person plural, which is ihr, the forms will be euer, eure, and this means your. So the example will be, das ist euer Haus. That is your house. Or, das ist eure Lampe. That is your lamp. For third person plural, the forms will be ihr for masculine or neutral and ihre for feminine or plural, and this means their in English. So the same example which we saw earlier will be, das ist ihr Haus or das ist ihre Lampe. That is their house or that is their lamp. And the forms for the formal way are also the same. The only difference is that the I written as capital. So these are the different forms of possessive articles in nominative. And if you see that the only difference between the forms in masculine or neutral and feminine or plural is the E or A which comes at the end of the feminine or plural forms. So you can take a screenshot of this so that you can use it for future reference. Now let's take a look at the possessive pronouns or possessive pronomen as they are called in German. So to understand them, let's take a look at the question. Ist das dein Stift? Is that your pen? So Stift, which means pen, is der Stift. It is a masculine in German. So we can answer this question in two ways. We can either say, ja, das ist mein Stift. Yes, that is my pen. Over here, we use the noun in the answer, which is mein Stift. Or we can also say, ja, das ist meiner. Yes, that is mine. And in this case, we do not use a noun. And the word meiner is the possessive pronoun over here, as it is used in place of the noun. So when we don't want to use the noun, then we will use the possessive pronoun. And when we want to use the noun, then we will use the possessive article. Now let's take some more examples. So for example, the question, ist das dein Auto? Is that your car? The answer will be, ja, das ist meins. Over here, meins is the possessive pronoun. Another example with a feminine noun will be, ist das deine Pizza? Is that your pizza? And the answer will be, ja, das ist meine. Yes, that is mine. Here, meine is the possessive pronoun. Now you have seen that in all of these three answers, the ending is different. And the reason is that we use the ending to tell about the noun which is being talked about. So in case of masculine nouns, the ending is AR or ER. In case of neutral nouns, the ending is S. And in case of feminine nouns, the ending is E or A in German. Now let's take a look at the different cases for possessive pronouns in nominative. So similar to possessive articles, the forms for the possessive pronouns are also dependent on the noun. So the form will be different if the noun is masculine or neutral or feminine or plural. So we just saw examples for this, which were das ist meiner, das ist meins, or das ist meine. All of these examples are for the first person singular case. So taking a look at them, we can say that the possessive pronoun for masculine will be meiner, for neutral it will be meins, and for feminine or plural it will be meine. And all of these forms mean mine in English. For second person singular, which is du, the forms will be deiner for masculine, deins for neutral, and deine for feminine or plural. And these mean yours in English. For third person masculine, the forms will be seiner, seins, or seine, and these mean his. For third person neutral, the forms will also be the same, so seiner, seins, and seine. For third person female, the forms will be ihrer, ihres, or ihre, and these means hers. In case of first person plural, the forms will be unserer, unseres, or unsere, and this means ours. For second person plural, the forms will be eurer, eures, and eure, and these mean yours. And for third person plural, the forms will be ihrer, ihres, ihre, which means theirs. And the forms for the formal way will also be the same as the third person plural. So these are the different forms for possessive pronouns in nominative. Now let me give you a quick overview of the difference between possessive articles and possessive pronouns. So possessive articles are always used with a noun. For example, mein Stift. Whereas possessive pronouns are used without a noun. And the forms for possessive articles in nominative are mein for masculine or neutral and meine for feminine or plural. In case of possessive pronouns, we use meiner when the noun is masculine, meins when the noun is neutral, and meine when the noun is feminine or plural. So with this, we come to the end of our lesson. By understanding this concept, now you can make different type of questions and create different sentences which show belonging or possession of something. So I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. You can also find the link to the self-check form in the description below. With it, you can go and test your knowledge about possessive pronouns and articles in German. I have made other videos on German A1 grammar topics as well. If you have not taken a look at them, go and check them out. Thank you very much for your time and see you in the next video.